What is up, Ludi Bros Army? It's your boy, Big Bro Lamar Ludi, sitting down to go over my second place locals U7 Goku deck from this last weekend's tournament at Endgame Cards and Anime in Ventura, California. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, turn the notification bell on. I've been bringing the Dragon Ball content to you guys on the regular. The battles for this week, we didn't record them because we were outside. There's a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament going on, so we didn't set up our recordings, but be on the lookout for those next week. I'll have those back ready to go. But I went ahead and I ran U7 Sun Goku this week. Permanent, you can't send cards from your drop area to your warp. And then his auto, when this card attacks, draw one. Activate main once per turn, bursting 3. You're going to draw one card, choose one card in your hand, and discard it. And then you can awaken when your life's at 4 or less, or there are 7 or more Universe 7 cards in your drop. You're going to draw one, restand one, and flip this card over. He's going to become Sun Goku Supreme Warrior with the same permanent. You can't send cards to the warp. Activate main once per turn. You'll draw one. Then you're going to place up to 3 cards on the top of your deck into the drop area. And then activate main sparking 20. You're going to be able to grab back one mono red Universe 7 card from your drop area back to your hand. You're going to negate the skill for the game. So this was the deck that I went ahead and ran. I really love this deck a lot. I've been playing it. I played it 2 weeks ago and I got third with it. And then I played it today and I came in second. But I ran it mono red 3 weeks ago. And then this week I made some changes to it. So I'm running 4 copies of the Android 17 Heeding the Call. And he's just a simple auto limit 1. This is how you really want to play him out. You're going to burst off of your leader's effect. And then you're going to play him out when it goes from the deck to the drop area. You can play him out. And then he's going to burst 1. So hopefully you'll mill him off the top of the deck. And then you'll be able to play out, or you'll burst another card off of his effect into the drop area. Hopefully there are, a couple U7 cards to really get your engine going. And the other one drop that I'm playing is Sun Gohan Ultimate Essence. Now there's no skillless battle version of the deck, so he's just there to draw one and search the top, and then I'm basically using him as combo power. So we're gonna run 4 of those guys. And then I'm running 4 copies of Sun Goku Sign of Mastery. I mean, this is all the standard U7 stuff that you're going to see. Play this card. He's got a counter play. You'll play him out. If your leader card is a mono red Sun Goku card, you'll reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 2. And then what he's going to do is when he's played, he's going to neg something 15k. And if it hits 0, then he's going to be able to draw a card. So we're going to run 4 copies of him. We're going to run the usual 4 copies of Golden Frieza for the Universe's Survival. Dual Attacker, Sparking 7, auto. When this card is played, you'll choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards. It's going to get minus 15,000 power. So he's going to come in for that early pressure. And then we're going to run 4 copies of the Android 17 for the Universe's Survival. And he's got the same effect for the Activate main for 1 red energy. If your leader card is a red Universe 7 card, and there are 5 or more Universe 7 cards in your drop, it's the same effect on this Frieza. Then you can play this card from your hand. So they're very cheap bodies that come in and they do a lot. This guy has double strike, and then when this card attacks, you're going to look at the top 3 from the top of your deck, and you're going to add a mono red Universe 7 card among them to your hand, and you'll place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck. So those are some of the standard, very standard lineup. And then I'm running 3 copies of the Sun Goku Ultra Mastery, the big boy of the deck. He's got Deflect, Double Strike, and Dual Attack. Auto, once per turn for Sparking 20. When this card attacks, your opponent reveals their hand. You're going to choose up to 1 card with an energy cost of 7 or less from it, and you're going to discard it. And they activate main for 4 energy. If there's 10 or more Universe 7 cards in your drop area, you're going to play this card from your hand. You'll choose all of your opponent's battle cards to get minus 35,000 power for the turn. And then you can't play non-red battle cards for the turn. So this is a very standard setup for U7. You want to run these all at 4 up, so that way you're going to be able to fill up the drop area with your leader's effect. So for this week, I was only running 3 copies of my Unison, which I'm running Jiren and Legend of Universe 11. This guy works so good in conjunction with these cards that are minusing for 15 because he has an auto. When your opponent plays a battle card or Unison card, you may choose that card and it's going to get minus 10,000 power for the turn. And then you're going to negate this skill for the turn. And +1 is this card's going to get double strike for the turn. So what I like to do is hold off on that awakening until turn 3. And then I'll tap 3, play the Unison, and then I'll awaken with my leader so then I can get one of my energy restanding for some defensive plays. And then speaking of defense, you're going to run 3 copies of Videl Encountering Danger. She's going to be the counterplay. You can't activate counterplay skills on other cards for the turn. You're going to play this card. If you have a red unison card with a specified cost of 3 or more in play, then you can activate this card's counter skill without paying the energy. And then the auto is a Spirit Boost 1. If your leader card is red or a heroine card, when this card's played, you're going to choose up to 2 of your opponent's battle cards, and you're going to minus 20k off of them. So you can also pair that in conjunction with the Jiren. So just very strong at getting rid of cards when your opponent's playing them out. And then I'm running the 1 copy of the King Piccolo. If your leader card is red, this card's going to get plus 5,000 power, and your opponent can't activate blocker skills in response to this card's attack. And then for the activate main, if you have a red unison card in play with 3 or more markers on it, you can play this card from your hand. And then at the end of the turn, this card is going to go to the owner's warp. So that's kind of how you're going to, that's your like 1 over realm for the deck. I'm running 2 copies of Realm of the Gods Ultra Instinct. Activate battle. If your leader card and all of your energy are all red, you're going to choose up to 1 of your cards. It's going to get plus 10,000 power. If it's your turn, you're going to choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost greater than their current energy. It's going to get minus 30 for the turn. And if it's your opponent's turn, you're going to draw 1, and then you're going to choose up to 1 of your cards. It's going to get plus 5,000 power for the battle. So quick boost of energy. The next extra card I'm running is After Image Technique. I'm just running this at 3. Like I said, this isn't your standard mono red deck, so I needed to make some space for some other cards, which you'll see in a minute. The After Image Technique, so this is useful if your card's red, leader card's red, you choose which one of your cards is going to get plus 40,000 power for the turn, and then one of your opponents, or for the battle, and up to 1 of your opponent's cards, and it's going to get minus 10,000 power for the battle. So lots of negging here, negging to try and clear stuff off of the board. And then our other counter, I'm running 2 copies of King Vegeta's Imposing Presence. Counter attack, if your leader card is a mono red Saiyan card, you may choose the attacking card, ignoring barrier. It's going to get minus 10,000 power for the turn, and every subsequent swing after that is going to be minus 5k. And also the permanent on this is if your life set 3 or less, you can activate this card's counter skill from your hand without paying the energy cost, but by choosing 1 card in your hand and by discarding it. So that's a good way to kind of try and protect the leader. And then I'm running 3 copies of Vegeta Resolve Renewed. And what this card is going to do, it's counterplay. If the battle card is being played has 15,000 power or less, you're going to place it into the drop area instead of it being played, and then you're going to play this card. And if you have 3 or more energy, you can reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 2. So it's just going to only cost you 1 energy to go ahead and play that out. So like I said, I have something a little bit different going on here. This is, like I said, the standard, pretty standard U7 stuff. But the next set of cards are a little bit different from what you might be used to seeing in these Goku decks. I'm running this at 56 cards, and for my turn 1 play, what I was looking to do was I was looking to charge a multicolored with the red-blue Mecha Frieza Energy Blight. And the reason why I'm doing this is if there's a red-blue multicolor card in your energy other than this card, you're going to negate the energy exhaust skill, so it'll really become in active mode. I was trying to do this turn 1. Then I would activate my leader's effect and hoping I could hit on one of these androids. And then this was going to be my multicolored energy, which would allow me to then super combo with Beerus Divine Obliterator. And what he's going to do is, if your leader card is red or blue, and it's your opponent's turn, when you combo with this card from your hand, you're going to choose up to 1 of your red-blue multicolor energy, and you're going to switch it to active mode. So I was just trying to see if I could stretch my energy out a little bit longer in this deck. I'm still trying to be aggressive and make aggressive plays, but also for some other options, which one card that played pretty well in one of my battles today was Cooler Tyrannical Assault. And so he's got double strike, a rival red-blue. So anytime I would try to do the combo, the old school combo of comboing with Beerus, resetting energy, and then tapping the energy to a rival red-blue with a little bit more negging power here. Auto, when you play this card, your opponent places the top card of their deck in their drop area. Then you'll choose up to 2 of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and they're going to get minus 10,000 power for the duration of the turn. So just a quick way, I mean, I was hoping I could use this against Yellow Trunks, which is what I ended up losing to in the last round. But, you know, just a little extra, you know, something spicy here to try and stretch it out. And then, of course, since I have access to blue now, I splashed in 4 copies of Sensu Beam. So he's going to go ahead and just restand that energy and push those plays. And then I have to go ahead and run this. I pulled this God Rare from one of those premium packs. So this is something that I'm running in the deck. I have to go ahead and run it. Dual attack, Sparking 25, ultimate, deflect, triple strike, activate main for 4 energy. You'll play this card from your hand. and you may have one of your opponent's leader cards get minus 5,000 power for the turn. And then, of course, that activate main, remove this card from the game, choose all of your opponent's battle cards and unison cards, ignoring barrier. You'll place them in the owner's drop area, and then you're going to place one card from your opponent's life into their drop. So the God Rare coming in, and I actually was able to use it in my first round matchup. But this is the deck. This is how I ran it. This little package right here was just some spice, which I tried it out, and I think it did good. But I'll probably go back to the mono red, just the mono red variant, or maybe I might come down on the cooler and maybe the super combos. I don't know. I might play with the ratios a little bit. But this was cool just for locals to try this little engine right here in the deck. And I mean, it worked out pretty all right. All right, well, thank you guys for tuning into this video. Like I said, I don't know if I'll be able to have any battles for you guys this week, but we'll be back on those next week. If you can, if you're in the 805, swing by Ventura, swing by Endgame Cards and Anime. We play every Sunday at 2 o'clock. All right, well, thank you guys for tuning in this video, and I'll see you guys next time.
Thank you for watching the video.